You know, Belle, I've never liked rainy days. The rain always leaves my wings soaked and heavy. Shake as I might, I can never quite dry them. The same goes for taking a shower, though at least I can manage to keep my wings from getting too wet.
Wet wings must feel really uncomfortable, right?
Yes, honestly, it's miserable and such a hassle to manage. A hairdryer is useless, too hot and I start shedding, too cold and I catch a chill. But I can't just wait for them to air dry. It takes forever, and I'm way too impatient for that. Besides, it leaves this strange smell that I can never wash out. So, the best solution is a slow towel dry like this. But with wings this large, there are always spots I can't reach. Before, if I got caught in the rain, I'd sneak onto Belly's bed and roll around, drying my wings on her sheets.
Huh? Wait, hold up. How on earth could you just barge into someone else's bed? Wouldn't she be furious?
It was fine as long as I didn't get caught. Though, of course, whenever Beli did notice me, she was absolutely furious. And no matter how angry she was, in the end, she'd always do just what you're doing now. Slowly drying the spots that were still damp. Belle, do you know what New Eridu's records say about what became of Beli and me?
I remember something about an operation called the Day of Silence. You and Colonel Vike were involved in an accident, and then both died in the line of duty.
Yes, died in the line of duty. Such a noble, dignified phrase. Though, in a sense, it isn't entirely wrong. After all, for us Voidhunters, our first and only duty was to suppress the karma core inside our weapons.
The karma core? Inside the Voidhunters' weapons?
That's right. Remember the enchainer I mentioned before? What truly sets them apart from ordinary ethereals is a special core known as a karma core, found only within an enchainer. According to Arkhé, a karma core differs from an ordinary ether core. It doesn't form naturally. It is something made directly by the Creator. The Creator made the karma cores, a power capable of rewriting the laws within hollows, and used them as the cores to create the enchainers of the Great Hollows. That's the gist of it, at least. Back then, after a long and bitter struggle, we finally were able to bring down one of the enchainers. But the karma core itself could not be destroyed. Arkhé and Sunbringer, they wanted to eliminate the threat posed by the karma core once and for all, while allowing humanity to harness the power within it. In the end, they found a way to seal the karma core within Porceloy. And from that, they forged the Voidhunter weapons.
So, the power inside Voidhunter weapons actually comes from the Creator?
Yes, which is exactly why there are so many side effects. At the time, we were naive enough to believe that if we could truly master that power, humanity might finally overcome the Hollows once and for all. So, when Arkhé and Sunbringer proposed the plan, we never doubted it for a moment.
Lady Sunbringer and Professor Arkhé's plan?
Yes. Project Sunseeker. I'll never forget that accursed name for as long as I live. Simply put, it was an experiment that used vast quantities of porceloy as a medium to partially fuse us Voidhunters with the karma core sealed within our weapons.
They fused you with a karma core? Then that means...
It meant we'd become artificial enchainers. No more enduring the costs of wielding Voidhunter weapons, and perhaps even achieving a stronger form to defend New Eridu. Looking back, I can hardly believe I fell for Arkhé's lies so easily.
So, it was in that experiment when you and Colonel Vike...
Yes. Beli and I were the final participants. Or rather, the final test subjects. Looking back, I wonder if Beli already knew the truth behind Arkhé and Sunbringer's plan. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have insisted on coming along. She's never been one to enjoy the spotlight. If only I'd realized what she was thinking sooner.
Remielle...
Arkhé was extremely meticulous, always laying out careful, detailed plans. So, I can't say if the Karma Core losing control during the experiment was truly an accident, or if it was his cleverly disguised plan all along. But whatever the truth, it ended with the Karma Core spiraling out of control and Beli becoming a new enchainer. As for me, I partially fused with the Karma Core inside Remielle, becoming what I am now. A monster. Half human, half enchainer. Maybe, deep down, I'm just not ready to give up my life so easily. In the final moment, Remielle's power of controlling temporal patterns froze me in a state of near suspended animation. I didn't fully awaken from the seal in Persena's Hollow until about a year ago.
The power of temporal patterns?
Right. Remember my feathers? The ones that can pin you in place? That's an example. The Karma Core sealed within Remielle holds the power to halt the flow of time. And because I partially fused with the Karma Core, even without Remielle, I can replicate a similar effect on a smaller scale. But that little bit of power isn't nearly enough to take on those 3 Sunbringers. That's why I had to reclaim Remielle. Even if it accelerates my path to becoming an enchainer, I still have to... Never mind. Enough about me. Why am I even telling you all of this? Still, now that I've told you so much,